Hello, welcome back to the channel. So from this video, we shall start with molecular point groups. So in this particular video, we shall see what exactly are these molecular point groups, and let's introduce ourselves to some simple molecular point groups like C1, Cy, and Cs with the video. Okay, we have here after symmetry elements, after studying symmetry elements, we can classify molecules into molecular point groups, or for each molecule we can assign a symbol. That symbol we can either call it as molecular point group symbol, or even we can call it as Schonflies symbols. So first we shall see what are this or what why exactly these are called as point groups, and what is its necessity, and what different kinds of point groups are present. Those aspects we shall see in the beginning. So first point, so this is named, or this notation, it is given as point groups. It's because in each and every molecule, whatever symmetry operation you perform, so the symmetry element on which the molecule is being operated, so that element, it passes through a unique point in the molecule. All symmetry elements, whatever may be the symmetry element present in that molecule, so all symmetry elements, they should definitely meet with a point. So therefore such unique point exists in each and every molecule. So therefore this term point has come. And next thing, all these operations whatever are possible on a given molecule, all symmetry operations, not symmetry elements, please note this point, symmetry operations, all symmetry operations together they form mathematical group. About this we shall see soon. So all symmetry operations whatever are possible on a given molecule, so together they form a mathematical group. That's how this group term it has come. So here group, it doesn't simply mean just normal meaning. So group here, it represents mathematical group. So in total, therefore this is called as point groups. Next, so this point has been mentioned that these are just shorthand symbols for collection of symmetry operations. So a set of symmetry operations, we consider them together, and one shorthand symbol will be assigned, and that we will be calling it as point group. So why this is necessary? So one example that I can take is, sometimes totally unrelated molecules, they can be symmetrically identical. For example, best example, water and pyridine, if you consider, so they are totally not related to each other. Water, it is triatomic molecule, whereas pyridine, it has some 11 12 atoms, so it should have yeah, it has some more than 10 atoms it has. And now totally chemical reactions wise and all, we can say that these are totally not related to each other. But when it comes to symmetry, water as well as pyridine, both of them, they have got same number of symmetry elements and same number of symmetry operations that can be performed on these two molecules. So therefore now symmetrically they belong to same group. And now together, if we want to study this kind of molecules, then we can easily study that particular point group itself. So that's how totally unrelated molecules, they can be symmetrically identical. To bring them together, to bring them into a group, this goes necessary to classify the molecules into their respective point groups. How many different point groups are there? Of course, there are many. Theoretically, even we can say infinite number of point groups are possible for this molecular point groups, if I am talking about. But major classes, these all point groups, they can be classified into three categories. Say molecules with low symmetry. So here very less symmetry operations will be possible. Either it will be one or two, just only one or two symmetry elements will be present, and or one or two symmetry operations will be possible on the molecules. So therefore these are called as molecules with low symmetry, which can be short formed as MLS. And then comes molecules with high symmetry. So here you will have relatively more number of symmetry operations and even more number of symmetry elements. And then we have last category, molecules with special symmetry. So here we will have more number of symmetry operations possible, and similarly even we can have more number of symmetry elements present in these molecules, right? So we'll get to know when we go to all these things, we'll get to know. Right now, further can be classified. So point groups now, I said they are classified into molecules with low symmetry, molecules with high symmetry, and molecules with special symmetry. But further, in molecules with low symmetry, we can have three different point groups which are named as C1, Ci, and Cs. And here with molecule with high symmetry, we can have say totally 7 different point groups are possible. If I go with this way of classification, I can say that it is 7, but depending on the value of n, of course the number it will be definitely more, but broadly I can say that these molecules with high symmetry, they can belong to any of these point groups. And then molecule with special symmetry, we can have point groups like C infinity V, D infinity H, and tetrahedral, octahedral, icosahedral, and there are some more here. So all this, they come under molecules with special symmetry. So definitely we should take a survey of all these molecular point groups with relevant examples. Then we'll get to know how this classification is. Okay, for today in this video, we shall just see these molecules with low symmetry. Three different types are there. So all these three different types and examples for all these three that we shall see. First one in this molecule with the low symmetry is C1. C1. Point group name is C1. And here everywhere I'll be giving a value of H for each and every point group. I'll be mentioning the value of H. H, it simply means that it is even called as order of group. H, it is even called as order of group. And this is nothing but H, it is nothing but total number of symmetry operations possible on that molecule which belongs to this point group. So here H equals 1, which simply means that if a molecule it goes to this point group, C1 point group, only one symmetry operation will be possible. Remember this, it's not symmetry element, because easily this can be confused with symmetry element. H, it is not number of symmetry elements, it is H, number of symmetry operations. And in this case C1, the only operation that can be performed is identity operation. Identity operation which will be performed on identity element. So that is the only operation possible in case of C1. And in fact, whatever may be the molecule, this operation, one single operation, do nothing operation or identity operation, that will be definitely possible. So this will be there everywhere, each and every point group. We shall be beginning with this itself. But in these molecules, in addition to this, we don't have any other symmetry element or any other symmetry operation is not possible. Consider this example. See, this is one tellurium compound. This is in fact this shape, it is seesaw shape. So hope you know what seesaw shape is. So essentially say here you can say it is a TBP with a lone pair of electrons, and the lone pair it occupies this position. So that will be not taken for geometry, that will be not taken for shape of molecule. So when we are talking about shape, this lone pair it will not be considered. So without this lone pair, this molecule it will take up this seesaw shape. Now in this molecule you don't have any other operation possible. No other symmetry operation will be possible on this molecule except E. So therefore this molecule it goes to this class, this point group C1. One more example to cite for this. Usually this is commonly cited example for this C1 point group. Tetrahedral molecule with all four substituents different. So this A, it can be silicon, carbon. Essentially it should be a tetrahedral molecule. See here what you find is one substitution is chlorine, bromine, fluorine, and the last one is hydrogen. So now in this case also you should imagine things here. You should get a tetrahedral molecule in your mind, and you should convince yourself that nothing is possible, nothing in the sense except E, identity operation. Of course it will be possible, except that no other symmetry operation can bring back the molecule to original orientation. So therefore this molecule it also goes to this class, this point group itself, that is C1. Right, let's consider next it is second one, the Ci. So here you can notice that H it is equal to 2, which means that two operations are possible. And those two operations, here I can read them as operations, though usually we use these symbols to denote symmetry elements. So on each symmetry element, operation is possible, single operation is possible. Therefore, so symmetry operation also I have called it as E. and inversion center will also be present in this case. I, it represents inversion center, and on inversion center inversion operation is possible. So here you can consider that I, it is representing inversion operation, E, it is convincing, it's do nothing operation or identity operation. So two operations are possible in addition to E, in addition to this do nothing or identity operation, even inversion operation is possible. So if only two operations are possible, in that case the molecule, it is said to be this CI point group. So examples, when we take examples, it will be clear to you. Consider this example. This is again a typical example. So in this survey, I would like to take the common examples itself. Then once I complete this survey of all different point groups, then randomly I would like to consider examples, and there I want to tell how if a unknown molecule or molecule whose just shape is known for that point group, if it is to be identified, how that can be done. In that case, I would like to consider some different examples. Here, as far as possible, typical examples itself I have considered. See, now this molecule, if you consider, this is in its staggered orientation. So because it is in staggered orientation, if this molecule, it is moved in all three-dimensionally opposite direction, it can reach here, and similarly this chlorine, it can reach here, and this bromine, it can reach here. So therefore now, except identity, of course identity, it can be performed on this molecule, except that only inversion operation, it will be possible on this molecule. Again here also same thing, each and every time you should imagine the molecules, you should learn this, or you should cultivate this to get the grip over symmetry aspects. So you should imagine this molecule in your mind, and you should convince yourself that except this, nothing is possible. So this kind of imagination, that only helps. Otherwise, definitely this symmetry, it becomes very hard to digest. So initially you can use models, or if you don't have models, you can use 3D animations, and but later stages, without even 3D animations, you should start imagining the molecules in your mind, and based on that, you should be able to perform all symmetry operations in your mind itself. Okay, let me take one more example for this. So this is a different example. This molecule, it is P2F4, and now it's weaved along its PP bond. So phosphorus atoms, they are not visible. Both the phosphorus atoms, say they are exactly here, and we are weaving the molecule on that PP bond axis. So this also can be considered to be like in organic chemistry. So this is Newman projection. Usually in Newman projection, the third bond, it will be considered here. Now that is not that, therefore that is not considered. And now if you imagine the molecule in this way, this can be inverted here, and similarly this can be inverted here, and vice versa. So for this molecule also, except this identity operation, only inversion operation is possible. So therefore this molecule P2F4, that also goes to this CI point group itself. Fine. Let's next one. This is the last one in MLS, molecules with low symmetry, CS. Here we can have relatively more number of examples. C1 and the next one CI, we may not get that many examples for them, but here usually commonly taken examples, they may belong to this CS point group. So here also H is equal to 2, which means that two operations are possible, and along with identity, here it is sigma, which means it is plane. Plane operation, it can be performed on the molecule, and therefore two operations are possible, and such a molecule with low symmetry, it is identified to be CS point group. Okay, one example, this again typical example, try to imagine the things. So this is carbon with two hydrogen atoms and one bromine and one chlorine. Now this molecule, along except this identity operation, what else it has is just a sigma. Neither I, it has, nor any rotation operations are possible on this molecule. So if we exclude identity, other operation that is possible on this molecule, it is sigma, mirror plane. So and that mirror plane, I just try to imagine it in this diagram itself. So that plane, it passes, or it bisects exactly this bond angle, tetrahedral bond angle between hydrogen, carbon and hydrogen. So it passes exactly between this, so that when it is reflected, this hydrogen, it will be reflected here, this hydrogen, it will be reflected here. Whereas this plane, it further passes through bromine and chlorine atom. So therefore this bromine atom by the plane itself, it is bisected. Similarly, this chlorine atom is also bisected by the chlorine atom itself. Maybe I can show you the other drawing so that you can imagine it in a better way. Say it will be something like this. If we are viewing the molecule on say this plane, this carbon atom, this bromine atom, and this chlorine atom. So if we view the molecule along that plane itself will be plane of symmetry. So because this plane, it bisects bromine, chlorine, and carbon atom, and it is passing exactly in between two hydrogen atoms. When reflection operation is performed, so two halves of bromine atom, two halves of chlorine atom, and two halves of carbon atom, they get exchanged after performing reflection operation, and these two hydrogen, they change their position. So therefore it has a plane in addition to identity operations. Therefore this molecule, it goes to this CS. Okay, one more classic example, it is phenol. For this phenol in solid state, in fact it is planar molecule. So now accept that plane in which the molecule is present. So we consider that a plane, it is passing exactly in between each and every atom. So that plane, it bisects this hydrogen, oxygen, and each and every carbon atom and each and every hydrogen atom. So that plane, it is bisecting the whole molecule into two parts. On that, if reflection is performed, obviously it will result in equivalent orientation. So therefore this molecule, definitely it has sigma in addition to identity, and you can try convincing yourself that except that no other symmetry operations are possible on this molecule phenol. So therefore this phenol molecule, it also goes to this CS point group itself. Okay, so with that I am concluding molecules with low symmetry. So in fact here it is not that difficult. Easily things can be understood because only very few symmetry elements will be present. But when we go to next one, that is molecules with high symmetry, there we need models and all, and in the next video we shall see molecules with high symmetry. In that also it may not be possible for me to conclude everything in one video. Let me take say at least 2-3 videos to cover the whole molecules with high symmetry point groups. So this has given a clear idea on molecules with low symmetry. If you have liked this video, you can give a like and you can share this video to your friends. If you are not subscribed to this channel, you can please subscribe, and to get the quick notification of new video, you can press the bell icon. And thank you for watching this video. Thank you again.